reality has become quite popular in the past year. The technology is being perfected. Companies are trying to make the headset less expensive to the public, and the experience is breathtaking. There's no question on why virtual reality has blossomed in the gaming world, but should there be? The negative effects virtual reality has on gamers is becoming more defined as its popularity increases. Today I'll be discussing the problems virtual reality causes among gamers, the solutions to help diminish those problems, and what you could do to take action and protect yourself and others from these effects. First, let's identify the problems. A Los Angeles writer named Derek Westerman decided to set a world record for the most hours played in virtual reality without any breaks. He played for 25 straight hours, and over the hours he, of course, felt tired, he became dizzy, his eyes hurt, and he became so nauseous that he threw up in a bucket. Now, most of you might be thinking, well, no one in their right mind would play a virtual reality game for 25 straight hours, that's ridiculous. But this experiment identifies the problems that can occur when gamers play too much with no breaks. Virtual reality causes neurological effects called simulator sickness, which the most common side effects of simulator sickness is dizziness, nausea, and eye strain. A professor of optometry says, quote, "We believe that the brain has to fight against its normal couplings to handle virtual reality, making people uncomfortable and making their eyes hurt," close quote. Another effect is that it's desensitizing players, which means to feel less emotion. Now, this is seen in violent games, so where the violent scenarios that people play could mean that a person is no longer affected by extreme acts of behavior. So in certain circumstances where compassion is needed or empathy, the players who have become desensitized would not be able to feel these emotions. The last effect I will be talking about is that it is causing players to become addicted. And I addressed this in my last speech, but virtual reality is causing some people to blur the lines between reality and virtual reality, which can damage their social skills in the process. So I've discussed the problems, and now I can discuss the solutions to help diminish these problems. I suggest two solutions. The first one is to limit the usage and take breaks in between playing virtual reality. Continued nonstop use is the problem that many gamers face. But if you limit your usage and take breaks in between, it gives your body time to rest, and it helps your eyes readjust to the actual reality. So taking a breather can ultimately keep gamers healthy. They can also help from desensitizing players. Of course, limiting your usage and taking breaks, the people can readjust to reality, which could lead to gamers not being desensitized. The second solution I propose may be a lot to ask of some gamers, which is self-control. So if you're playing a game, you just got one more level to beat the game, well, just one more level, it's not going to hurt. It does, especially in virtual reality where everything is intensified. If you don't have self-control and you become addicted to virtual reality, you can neglect your family, friends, and pets. With these solutions, I can now tell you how they have worked or will work in the future. There are already cases where limiting virtual reality keeps players healthy. Taking breaks gives your body a rest, which can lead to a healthy lifestyle. Control is essential. If you have self-control, then you will stay healthy because players will know when to stop and they would accept when to stop. So if they have homework they need to do or chores they need to complete, they would accept that those tasks are more important, which could lead to better grades and a healthier lifestyle all around. Having self-control and limitations doesn't mean that you can't enjoy virtual reality. It just means that you need to monitor how much you play. So to recap, virtual reality is causing negative effects. It's clear. It causes sickness, desensitization, and it's causing virtual reality addiction. The solutions I've proposed are limiting virtual reality and having self-control. Just remember, Derek, I'm sure no one wants to throw up in a bucket. I don't. So if we have self-control and limit our usage, we won't have the effects that come with playing virtual reality non-stop. So I just urge you guys to spread the word. Virtual reality doesn't seem dangerous now, but over time it will affect gamers and can desensitize them and cause them to be addicted and feel sickness. So spread the word so you can take action to prevent these effects, so you guys can have the ultimate experience while playing virtual reality. Thank you.
What exactly is virtual reality?
Well, it's like it's a video game, so you put a headset on, and there's a screen right close to your face, and when the screen is turned on and you play the game, it's kind of like a 3D experience. You're like in an artificial world, and you can play games 3D. You know what Xbox Connect is?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It's kind of like that. Paige?
Have there been any long-term effects, negative effects on the
The desensitization can be a long-term effect, and addiction is also one. Those two I mentioned.
She said long-term effects. I know it's not safe for like kids to sit too close to the TV. So with that being so close to your face, does it like cause you to have worse eyesight?
You know, studies that have happened with cell phones, always being on your cell phone, it's causing negative effects on your eyes. Virtual reality is causing those too. Does that make sense? Yeah. Aaron?
Now, do you know if this could just be just him? Maybe his eyes are a little more sensitive. Maybe it was just
Derek,
a
the
single.
guy in there?
Yes, Derek. Do you know if it was just a single time, or have there been other people?
There
that
are
showed
other
it?
studies that show that it's causing eye strain. The optometrist, like Marty Banks, who I mentioned, he has been studying virtual reality, and it's causing eye strain and causing our eyes to hurt after playing virtual reality for a certain amount of time.
So, like, when I picture somebody, like, playing virtual reality, something that comes to my mind is, like, their overall safety, like, in the outside world, like, they can't see. So has there been any, like, reports about people being physically hurt because, like, walking, like, you know, they can't see, you know, what if they, like, stumble into, like, their TV or something?
Yeah, some games that require your arms to move, you can hit players, people, that's obvious. You can also trip over the wires. So yeah, the physical dangers are evident. Audrey?
Did you find any like positive effects with people who play it?
Yeah, in my last speech I mentioned the pros and cons. So there are positive effects. There's cases where people who are suffering from PSTD, if they put their virtual reality headset on and they play a simulation, like a combat simulation, it can help with PSTD. There's also studies where players with physical disabilities, like if they can't walk and they're in the virtual reality, they can feel whole in the simulation. So there are positive effects.
All right.